is Madison with Antidote 41, and today I'm sitting down with Blue Dive.
Hi, I'm Aiden. I sing and I play guitar.
I'm Nate. I'm the drummer.
I'm Jad. I play guitar.
My name is Sebastian. I play bass.
How did you guys meet, and what made you want to form your band?
I met this dude right here, our bassist Sebastian. I met him in high school. We went to Golden Valley and Santa Clarita together. We just started like jamming out like 90s songs we really liked. Like we really started like in the 90s with like Blink and Nirvana. Eventually we got to a point where I went to UCLA, so I met Jad and I met Nate. So now we're 4-piece.
How long have you guys been in this band together?
Almost 2 years. In
Damn, that's
January, it'll be
crazy.
2 years.
Yeah.
Who do you pull influence from for your music?
I really like the Smiths. I like to incorporate the Smiths bass lines in our songs, and I think that kind of adds to the rhythm of our songs. I think we all collectively like Title Fight, though. They can talk more about that, but we just want to rock out at the end of the day. We like to make pretty songs. We like to make songs that sound good to the ears, but we still like to rock out at the core.
Title Fight, as Sebastian said, we're probably all gonna say Title Fight.
Just like early 2000s pop punk and emo, that really influences like the way I write lyrics and the way I structure the songs.
Yeah, so a lot of my early influences were mostly rock bands. I listened to like a ton of Green Day when I was younger and like Nirvana. I'm studying jazz right now and just exploring a ton of different genres, and I think that is actually pretty influential on our sound, which is something that I've very much enjoyed.
What genre do you guys consider your music?
We say we're like kind of hardcore, kind of shoegaze, so we're like hard gaze. So shoegaze is like a music genre it's basically the word. It comes from staring down at your guitar pedals like while you're playing. Like it's like how you take that like clean standard guitar sound that you're like everyone knows, and you like turn it into like that Metallica like chuggy sound.
So I want to know, is there a story behind your band name Blue Dive?
There was kind of a little bit of inspiration from a band I really liked in high school called Slow Dive. That was kind of there, but I also really liked this song called Dive by Nirvana. I remember me and Sebastian were like really obsessed with that song at the time. I don't even remember if it was me or him, but it was like me and him talking together, and we just were like, Blue Dive sounds really
It was
cool.
either that or Pink Butterfly.
Yeah, and we're really.
We wanted color.
I'm glad
We
we are
wanted
not
color.
called Pink Butterfly
Yeah.
now.
Do you guys have any challenges you face as a band?
Time is the biggest challenge for sure. Because we're all busy. We all have our own little I'm doing audio stuff all the time. Sebastian lives in the valley. Aiden's like a biochemistry major.
Psychobiology.
God damn it, it's all like the same shit.
Yeah, I mean, as Jad touched, like, we're all individuals as well. We want to have our careers go forward as well. It really just has to kind of work in the sense where we have to be in a position where the band is better than all that stuff. Then that's where we lock in.
What audience do you gear your music towards?
I'll take this one again, man.
Everyone.
I'll pass it up. Yeah, our music goes towards everyone. I think Aiden's a great lyricist. He makes very real lyrics about struggle and stuff, and maybe not struggle, but just about life. I feel like from his perspective, but it's in a general aspect where I feel like anyone can relate to it, because I find myself relating to these songs like crazy. I feel like we want we want to target our songs obviously to like people that are here, because we're at UCLA and it's just like the people that are around us. We want them to hear our songs, but when we want to go out of the county, we want them to like our songs as well. We want to go to a different location. We want anyone anywhere to like our songs. So like at the end of the day, we just want to make good music, and I think a lot of people, anybody can appreciate good music no matter what genre it is at the end of the day.
You kind of said it all. We want to market to everyone, but I'd say like if we want to get more specific when it comes to genres, I think we'd probably do really good if you with people who like pop punk or like even indie rock or like softer stuff, or like if you do like real shoegaze music. Obviously we're not real shoegaze, but if you do like real shoegaze music, or like like if you like The Cure, if you like the Smiths, you might like us. But at the same time, if you like Silverstein, like some screamo band, you might like us.
What messages do you want your listeners to take away from your music?
I feel like the biggest one for me, like as a lyricist, is I want people to kind of take away like how important the power of self-reliance is. I think like a lot of the times, like, or at least like this, when I write songs, like I write them about finding the strength in yourself to get through whatever situation you're in. Not that it's like not a good thing to rely on your friends and other people, but the focus like with the lyrics that I write is like truly about building up the strength to take on life, even if you have no one by your side.
As someone who didn't write the lyrics but has heard them many times throughout the recording process, what I've gathered is that every song in itself is kind of about a relationship that hurts you, and kind of coming to terms with that and how you can move forward out of that. And I feel like that kind of culminates at the end of the album, where you've gone through all these relationship problems in whatever sense it can be, and you like collect yourself and you move forward stronger than you were before.
What is the biggest or most important lesson you've learned throughout your music career as a band or individually?
Stay away from pay-to-play venues. Stay away from pay-to-play venues.
I think it's just patience, man. Patience, really. I mean, it's gonna feel like months, years, days. We've been working on this album for months at this point, and God, it
When
like
did we start recording, bro?
we started recording in July. We started recording in July. It's October, late October now.
And we're not
And-
even mixing.
We're still not mixing yet, but we want it to be done right. You know what I mean? Which is why we're taking this time to really make sure it's done. But like, this is for any artist, and I'm pretty sure any artist can relate to this. Like, patience is the key. You don't want to rush your stuff. Like, you want it to be right, because once it's there, it's there. So
I think that a big lesson that we've all learned, and like something that we've definitely grown with, is that we're all friends,
Mhm.
but sometimes we do have to be, bandmates or like
Like coworkers.
business partners
Yeah.
before friends. And I think that
That's a
when
big
we
one.
were starting off, there was sort of a degree of like reservation among all of us, and it led to us like not really calling each other out, or like maybe making some music that we didn't think was like a great representation of what we wanted to be doing. But we did it anyway because we were just sort of trying to hold back and like not really wanting to step on each other's toes.
And now we keep it real.
Now we
bro.
keep it real. We've had some screaming matches. We've had some times where like we're not all best friends, but
That's how you make good music.
the music
bro.
that we're making now, in my opinion, is better than anything we've made in the past. And I think that those processes, while they weren't always fun, weren't always enjoyable, are definitely
patience, man.
Yeah, it all ties into
patience and like patience with each other.
Yeah,
For
Yep.
sure.
yeah.
That's key,
There you
bro.
go. Knowing what you guys know now, if you could like go back to like younger you guys just starting out in music, what advice would you give yourself?
I would say drop your stuff. Like, we sat on so many projects that honestly, for what we were, for how young we were at the time, they were pretty good. Like, they could have done pretty well, and like honestly, regret it, like not dropping some of the stuff that me and Sebastian made back in high school is what I'm like talking about more specifically. But at the same time, the stuff we make right now is also so much better and so much more professionally recorded. So it's like I would say just drop your stuff. I'm not like too beat up about it, but like that's just one tiny regret I have, is that like, just because it wasn't like, just because I was 16 and it wasn't recorded in a real studio, like it was still, the songs, they sounded pretty darn good. So like drop your stuff for sure.
I think something that I would tell myself, just because it was a pretty big realization that I've had somewhat recently, is that music it's such a mental thing, and it's a mental thing as much as it is a physical thing. And whether that means just like exploring more like different genres of music, stuff that you wouldn't normally find yourself listening to, that'll affect your style and it'll affect your playing, even if you're not actively learning it. And then at the same time, like, active listening can be as valuable as practice. When I was in like middle school, when I was in high school, if I had free time, I wouldn't use it to listen to a record, I would use it to practice, and because I thought that was the only way that I would get better. But listening and focusing just on what you're hearing, that has a really big impact on not only your style, but just sort of the way you think about music. And my style's definitely changed.
What's in the future for your band?
Well, the near future is a 10-song album. We're still debating the name of it, like slightly. We have some current options though.
And we're getting out in Fullerton, out in Orange County, and
Program skate shop.
at Program Skate Shop / record store. You can get records there. But anyways, catch us there November 21st. So yeah, we're super excited about that.
How has music changed your life overall?
Music has given me as an individual something to just kind of daydream about, something to kind of, I want to say fantasize, but it's like not in a weird sense, you know what I mean? Just like fantasizing on music, like imagery is all there, sounds are there, tones are there, themes are there. Like, I always thought I liked reading books when I was little, but it takes too much time in my opinion. But listening to a 3-minute song, you get a story, and you can listen to it, and you can get excited, you can get sad, you can get sleepy, angry, like anything you could possibly imagine, it's in music. And also it's very vulnerable too, and it's really interesting to hear other people being vulnerable, because it's like it's okay to be vulnerable, or you know, it could be a good thing to be vulnerable. As someone who's not very vulnerable, I feel like it's just a cool thing to really engulf yourself in. That's what music means to me.
Music has made my life a lot better and a lot worse. It's given me a sort of a thing to follow and like not really question if I should or like I need to. It's just like, yeah, of course, you know, which is great to have that, but also following music is following music. That's definitely it's definitely a roller coaster. It's great to have this sort of thing that connects me to people, kind of what Sebastian was talking about. But like, for instance, us four, we're similar, but we're also very different. And I feel like if we didn't have music, none of us would have just gotten together like that. That applies to a lot of people I've met throughout my life. Of just, I wouldn't have them if I didn't have music together between the two of us. And I'm very thankful for a lot of those people. And I'm thankful that music brought us together.
Music to me is just like, first and foremost, it's my biggest emotional outlet. So when I'm feeling like too pent up or like I'm really dwelling on something, it's like the best way for me to like turn some feelings that may be negative into, most of the time, some beautiful art. So I think just like the fact that I can channel tough stuff in life, negative emotions, into something that feels productive and enjoyable for myself, it's the most beautiful thing ever. And that's what music means to me.
At this point, it kind of feels wrong saying that music has changed my life, because music just it is my life at this point. And everything that I have, whether it's, you know, like relationships or opportunities, I feel like I owe it to music. You know, when I was in like elementary school, middle school, I was sitting in classes and I hated it and I just knew it wasn't for me. And then when I was playing music, I was like, yeah, I want to do this. Like this is what I want to do. And it's brought me here, like with you guys. You guys are my brothers, and I wouldn't have met any of you if it wasn't for music. Yeah, sometimes pursuing this can be scary. It's a tough industry, and it's like, ultimately at the end of the day, this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm passionate about.
Hey guys,
what's up,
we're
guys?
Blue
We're Blue
Dive.
Dive.
We're
We're
sitting
sitting
with
here with
Antidote
Antidote
41.
Your face and my lips just don't go together anymore.